This is Avi Orchestra from Charts. Today is June 25th, 2025. This recording is being done for the market opening on Thursday, June 26th, 2025. Let's take a look at the Magnificent Seven and a few tickers here that I find interesting. Let's go over the analysis for starting with Apple. So I just did the indexes. So you guys to take a look at the indexes. I just posted that SPY, QQQ, and IWM VIX as well. So for Apple, what I'm looking at here, you have this retest zone here at 198, 195. I said you have this downtrend. You want to see Apple break above this downtrend and close above 201 for us to get this path towards 209, 215. We're attempting to break this 201 pivot level, haven't exactly done so yet. We're attempting to do it. So this is the path we're looking at. Unless you're getting rejected at this level here, then you're obviously going to break down towards this 198 level, 195 again. If you break this level, you're moving down. So for the indicators, they're still indicating, okay. The indicators are indicating probably a bit more upside, but with this close rejection here, it's a little bit on it's in low volume, so I wouldn't take it too seriously. So I'm looking to still see a close above 201. If you can get a close above 201 and you break this downtrend, you're going to head up towards that 209, 215. So confirmation is that you want to see this daily close above here. Once you start getting below 201 level, you're looking at 198 to 195. Literally, that's it, guys. We're looking to see what the overall market is going to do, and we're looking to see whether Apple is going to break above this 201 level. So if you're entering, your entry is above this 201 and you're closing below this 201, you want to see this level gets broken right here. All right, let's take a look at AMD for a sec. All right, here is AMD. One of the things I talked about in my previous videos, if anybody was watching them, I said that if AMD breaks above 128, 134 in no time, very quickly, is going to hit 141, at least 141. We're heading towards that 156 at the moment. I think you're going to get towards that 156 area right over here. And that's a target for AMD that I'm looking at right now. You're seeing the volume is pretty decent. You're still seeing a positive upside movement here in terms of momentum. It's still favoring a bit more upside. Just be cautious. You have a pocket here, so in no time you could cut through these. You could always get a dip back, retest, and then move up again. So we'll take a look at it. If you guys hear kids screaming in the background, that's my kids. Yeah. So favoring maybe around 150, 160 area within this pocket. You could squeeze right through this pocket really quick. So I'm looking at upside. Downside retest would be 128, 134 for AMD. I have it's all about levels, guys. You got to look at the key levels here. I have in terms of wave count 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're in that fifth wave count. It's very much possible that we will get an extended 5 wave to the upside. We're cutting through that 1.618 in terms of fifth wave to the upside. I'm still seeing a bit more upside here if we continue more towards, as I said, this 150, 160 area we can see. All right, that's it for AMD pretty much. Let's look at Amazon for a sec. All right, for Amazon, the important levels here that you're watching for Amazon is this 219 and 214 level. You continually, if you continually be trading below 214, the next level of support is 210. You start moving below 210, you get 208, 203. It's all about the levels. What I'm looking for in Amazon is that I thought we're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clearly, now I might be rethinking that by thinking this might be, it's very much possible that this is a wave 3, 4, and we're get a fifth wave on top here. So this might be a wave 3. and it's very much possible that we might be in a wave 4, and then you get that wave 5 on top. So that's the alternative I'm looking at right now. So for Amazon, let's move down to the 2 hours. So you had an ABC retracement Amazon. It's possible that you can see a WXY for Amazon. What you want to do, you want to hold this 214 level for Amazon. If not, you're going to get a WXY, which is WX and a Y back to the downside here. And that's what this will look like. And if you're to do your Fibonacci retracement from wave 2 towards up to wave 3, you could retrace all the way down towards that 198 level. You could retrace towards on Amazon. So that's what I'm looking at. But right now, we're going to keep it within this box here. But you want to see this 210 level hold support, or this 208. That's what you're looking for right now. If not, you're going to start filling this gap. If you slice below this 208, 203, you're going to start filling that gap. So this is the level I'm looking at right now for Amazon. You want to see 210 holds. You want to see us above 214 to get to 219 for Amazon. Let me zoom in that for you. Let me clear this up a little bit. So you can see this happen, which is a WXY. So you had an ABC play out here. Then you can get a X and a Y to the downside with a wave 4 at the bottom here. So just be careful if you keep closing below 214, but your support is right here at 210. So price could keep bouncing between these levels here until you either break to the upside, you break down, and then move back up. All right, let's take a look at something else. Okay, here's American Airline. This is one of them that I'm keeping an eye on. I like the volume over here. It's looking as if it's an accumulation. So I'm watching to see whether or not this level here, 1095, is going to hold. The next support level I have is 1029 to this 1037 area, because the setup looks good. Here it's a rising wedge. Price broke down from the rising wedge in the daily chart. As you can see, we broke down over here, but we held support right at this level here. And now you're in this setup kind of like a bull flag. We did a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside, and we did a ABC to the downside. Now, what I'm watching for right now on American Eagle to see whether or not we're gonna push and we're gonna break above this level. I don't want the stock to continue to break below this level here, because then pretty much you could start falling below this level. And this will be a valid rising wedge where you start breaking down towards that 964 area. So again, and even further down towards 8 something. Pretty good setup though in terms of the volume price analysis and what the chart looks like, because this could have been a fake out and you start ripping to the upside. So I'm keeping a close eye on American Airline. Let's take a look at NVDA. All right, here's NVIDIA. In my previous video, I said if NVIDIA break above 140, this level here, or this 146, 148 level, key level, the target is 165 to 170, and I think we're heading there, right up towards this megaphone pattern, the top of the channel, or the trend of the megaphone pattern. I think we're heading there. You can see maybe a pullback retest, if the case is, to retest that 148 or so. But we are heading towards that 165, 170 area. I think we're very likely heading there. I had a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a fifth wave. It seems like we are in an extended fifth wave. Let's take a look at the fibs. Okay, so not necessarily we're in an extended fib. In terms of the Elliott wave forecast and using fib extensions, the fifth wave is actually up here towards that 161 target. So we are heading towards 161 at the moment there. This is what that looks like. So 161 would be the target. 161, 165, 170 area. Anywhere within that range is a target for NVIDIA. So that's what I'm looking for for NVIDIA. Still see more upside for NVIDIA. What you're looking for right now is a reaction at 161, and you want to see whether or not there's any sort of retracement, but you want to hold that 148 level right here. Still see more upside for Nvidia though. You might get a little bit of pullback, slight pullback, which is fine, but you're heading up a bit more. All right, let's take a look at BABA. All right, for BABA, I don't necessarily like BABA because of the way it's trading. We came down to the accumulation range, which is the 618 from the bottom here to the top. 5 wave has been completed, and we have been moving to the downside. We're within that accumulation range that I have here for BABA, right here. Now, I want to see this level continue to hold. I want to see BABA push to the upside to this gap 124, 120 level. I think we might be seeing an WXY correction taking place here that I have, if anything. And the downside target will be that 104 if BABA continued to get rejected and slide right back down here. If it continues to move down and you break this 111 area, 110, Bob is going to come towards this 104, $99 area that I have here. A more bearish scenario for BABA would be that $84 area. It's still valid. Let me show you what that looks like. This is BABA on the daily. It's in a symmetrical triangle. And I'm really looking to see whether Bob is going to hold this level and move to the upside. I don't know if it will or it will not. It really needs to hold this level. If not, it's going to cut right through towards that $98 level. And if it does that, then it's very likely as well Bob could head down towards that $85 level. Where do I have this level here? It's that level. It was a resistance level. Continue to get rejected. The stock broke out. We came back. We're in a symmetrical triangle. And now I want to see this level is held and we break to the upside. If we break to the upside, 132 would be that target right over here. And probably a retest again and maybe move up. But right now, just watching to see what it's going to do. If you start falling here, the next drop is going to be towards that 100 and then 85. So you got to break through this 200 EMA and so forth. So I'm still watching. I'm currently long BABA, but if you start breaking this level here, I may have to cut my position and take a loss in this one here. Every now and then it happens. All right, let's see what else we could look at. All right, let's take a look at Tesla. So Tesla hit our wave 5 target, which was anywhere between 355 to 367 and got sold off. We're in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 wave to the downside, or it's going to be an ABC to the downside. We'll figure that out very soon. But this could still be an extended 3rd wave to the downside. And it will be pretty much, instead of that, you'll have an ABC to the downside like this. A, B, and C, and going to be a little bit more extended. We're going to see very soon, or what we're going to have happen is that I think you can see some sort of move back up like this, and you could break back to the downside right over here, or towards that 307, 302 area. We got to be very careful because this level here between 330 to 336 has been acting as resistance, which is right over here. You saw Tesla every time it comes up here, it gets sold off, we break above it. Now we're back within that region again. The most bullish case scenario is some sort of support being formed at this level here that was currently resistance, and you start breaking back to the upside. The bearish case scenario is that you move up a little bit and you break to the downside. So I'm still paying attention and watch what's going on here. All right. Let me show you let me see if I can pull this up and show you the other chart. All right, this is the other chart. It's in a symmetrical triangle and also uptrend channel right over here. We're really paying attention to see whether or not it's going to hold this 50 EMA, and we're going to start cutting back up to the upside. Don't know what's going to happen, but if you start based upon where you are, you're getting rejected off of this high volume node right here. And if anything, and you start breaking below, the next catch is going to be anywhere between, you can slice right through here all the way down to 287 area. So we got to be cautious of the downside target as well. But you want to see us holding back above that 235 resistance level or break above these level here to keep moving forward. If not, you do have a risk of dropping down towards this channel right here or this 280 something level. So right now the target would be, downside target would be 315 to 300 area. Upside target would be breaking above this level here, and you start pushing up towards that $400 area. That's what I have for Tesla at the moment. Let's take a look at Google. I covered Google in my video yesterday, and I talked about this level, and I said I expect Google to have more upside towards 170, 173, where you're going to see some kind of resistance level or coming up towards this channel if you're going to see a rejection right up here. We completed wave 5, and we did an ABC to the downside, and I expect us to start moving back up. The target that I have for Google here is somewhere between this 180 to 183 level for Google. Right now, resistance is set as 178. If you move above this 173, you're going to get towards that 178 pretty quickly. Let's look at the other chart here. Let me show you. Give me 1 second. So here it is. So right now, Google is holding this 165, which is a high volume node above the point of control. If you start pushing back up, you're going to slice right through this. A lot of volume here, and you're going to build up a base over here, and you're going to start pushing towards that 189 level, 190, which I think you could get there once you start building a base here and start pushing above this resistance level, 176, 180 over here. So I still think Google is bullish, still looking for upside in Google, unless you start breaking below this level over here. All right, so that's what I'm looking for right now, and let's see what it's going to do. You want to see this 166 level. It's held, but I still think you have a bit more upside to go on Google. You want to see 170 hold support, and 173 is broken. All right, that's it for Google. That ends our analysis for tonight. We covered a few tickers. I don't look at a lot of tickers. I just look at the ones that I find interesting and the one that has a pretty much good setup, whether it's to the upside or downside. So those are the ones that I'm currently looking at the moment. If I see anything else, I'll usually post in Discord or so. All right, guys. Have a wonderful evening and good luck trading tomorrow. Take care. Bye.